I'm Janu and welcome back to my channel. I talk about all things intentional and low impact living. So if you've noticed, I actually haven't posted on YouTube for about a month now, which is crazy. I know I've been really good about being consistent and posting 2 videos a week. I had to take a step back because I just got super overwhelmed and I had a lot of opportunities on my plate. I want to share with you guys all the different opportunities and the different things that I am doing right now. So I want to first of all say thank you so much for supporting me and being with me during my journey. I can't believe we're almost at 7,000 subscribers. I know when I started my YouTube channel earlier this year, I had 100 subscribers and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm never gonna get anywhere. I knew if I was consistent and put out good content that it would grow, and it's just like a journey. You can't expect overnight success. So I really did stick with it. So about, let's say 2 months ago, I quit my job and I grew about 20,000 followers in about a month or 2. And with that, I just got so many different opportunities to work with a variety of different brands, which I'm super, super grateful for. And I just got super overwhelmed and I ended up needing to actually hire help to help me manage everything. So I went from being an assistant to having an assistant in a matter of 2 months, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what my life is right now, and I'm just super, super grateful to be here. So I quit my job and now I'm doing content creation and consulting full time. So in terms of content creation, so that is working with brands. For example, I did a partnership with Clean Canteen, my previous video, and then you'll see on my Instagram as well, just partnering with different brands. And I'm just so grateful that that is able to pay my bills. And on top of that, I also do consulting as well. So I also started a new consulting job, this new startup. I'm helping them curate products and storytelling, and it's a sustainable company. So I'm really excited to share more about that once we launch. It's gonna be really great, really amazing, and I'm gonna be creating a lot of content for them. So I'm really excited for that. But it's just mind-blowing that I went from working for someone and not really liking my job to doing content creation and consulting full time. It's been a very hard and long road to get here. I got my first apartment earlier this year, so it's just been a lot of big milestones for me, and I'm super, super grateful. So about 2 months ago, I just started getting all these different opportunities from brands. My email was blowing up, and it was great that all these brands were coming to me and that I was now able to, pay my bills and actually have savings as well. And I'm making way more money than I ever have in my entire life. I'm in no means falling, but I am doing very well for myself. Considering where I was just only a few months ago. And this is just the beginning for me. This is not where I want to stop. Continue to grow and keep building my brand. I think in the future, I really want to make sure I'm being consistent on YouTube. So I think right now I'm going to stick to doing Sundays. So once a week, because I was doing twice a week. Realistically, I don't know if it's possible for me to do 2 videos a week right now, but I'm going to stick to doing 1 video a week and being consistent on that because I love you guys and I'm so happy to have you here and I really want to create content for you. But it's also just trying to find the balance of working as well as just relaxing, because right now I feel like I don't have that good of a balance because Monday through Sunday I'm always working. So whether it's doing things for the consulting job or whether it's creating content, I'm always working. So a typical day for me is I wake up and then there's checking emails, responding to emails, scheduling calls, it's scheduling content, it's creating the content, so the photos and the videos and the captions, it's managing a blog, there's so many different parts that go into it that I feel like people don't think about, because you see all the glamorous parts of social media, you see people, having nice things and they're growing their following, but it's really way more to that you don't see behind the scenes, the amount of time that it takes to edit, the amount of time that it takes to go back and forth with brands, negotiating how much you want to get paid is a lot. And that's another thing that I've been learning too over the past few months is really valuing the work that I'm creating. Now for me, I won't get out of bed or do work unless it's a certain amount of money. It's not even worth it to me because I feel like I have worked so hard to get to where I am. I have to get paid a certain amount to do whatever sort of piece of content it is. And I've turned down brands that didn't want to pay me my worth. And I just say no when you feel like a brand is not valuing you. And I've turned down big brands, small brands, because I know what my worth is. I know the amount of work and time that I've put into my content. So I'm making more money, but I'm also spending more money because I have someone helping me write content and produce content to know what your worth is and what your value is. And I've had the opportunity to have like other bigger influencers tell me like, no, you should be charging this, because originally I wasn't charging enough. And so now I have like set prices for myself. And if you're not willing to come to that price point, then I can't really work with you. And for me, it's just like knowing your worth and your value, and just being able to step away and say no if they're not willing to meet you where you're at. And it's really worked out for me. And like, you have to learn how to negotiate for yourself. You have to learn how to ask brands for big numbers. These past 2 months, I've asked for more money than I ever have in my entire life. Like, I was throwing out crazy big numbers that I didn't think people would pay, and they actually paid it. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I've never seen like a contract with this much money in my life. And by no means, again, am I like bawling, but it is way more money than I was making at my assistant job. By no means am I bawling, but I am at a point where I'm making enough money to save, and I'm making enough money to have a part-time assistant, enough money to have my own 1-bedroom next year. Right now I live in a studio, which is nice, but I do want a bigger space, because when it comes to filming, like it just kind of takes over my whole apartment, and I just want a bigger space. So I'm really excited to move into a new 1-bedroom in March, February. So it's been really great to be able to have all these opportunities coming my way. And I'm super, super grateful, because this is what I've been working towards for the past 4 years. I think a lot of times when people want to get into content creation, they get frustrated by the fact that they don't, get 1,000, hundreds of thousands of followers overnight. But it's like, it really does take a long time. Like, me getting to this point has taken 4 years of hard work, 4 years of not getting paid, 4 years of not getting noticed. So you really have to be willing to put in that much work to see results. And then when you do, and it's great, and it's amazing to really get recognized for the work and the time and the effort that you've been putting in for so long. In terms of like what's next for me, I think I'm still figuring it out, because it's just a journey. But I think for me, it's going to be focusing on bigger brand partnerships. Instead of doing a single post for a company, it's doing, maybe 6 posts over the course of 6 months, and just securing those bigger contracts, because I feel like it's just a better use of your time to just kind of secure big contracts than have these like kind of one-off posts here and there. So that's really my focus. I think second is just continuing to grow my brand. So I really want to make sure I'm putting time and energy into YouTube and posting at least once a week. I really want to make sure I'm giving you guys great quality content. So sometimes it can take me a little bit of time, because I do put hours and hours and hours into my videos. And I think it's also finding other ways for me to create passive income. I've been toying with the idea of building my own course. I'm not sure. We'll kind of see. I mean, if you guys are interested in that, please let me know in the comment section below. If I were to create a course, what would you want to know, see, hear? I really want to know. So I want to make sure that I'm like talking about sustainability and sustainable living content on my channel, but I don't want to talk to business. So if you want more info like that, please let me know in the comment section below, and maybe I can create a course or something along those lines. So I think just thinking about, the next year, 2 years, like, is there a company I want to build? Like, what sort, like, do I want to have a TV show? I don't know, like figuring out what those next steps look like for me. But really, it's just really important for me to focus on growing my brand, creating different streams of income, and making sure I'm happy and taking care of myself. I really haven't found that balance yet, because I feel like I'm working from the time I wake up, from the time I go to bed, because if I'm not answering an email, I'm editing a video, or I'm responding to DMs on Instagram, because for me, it's also important to interact with you guys and not just like post photos, but I want to actually get to know you and know what you want to hear from me. It's really important for me to create this community. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me and bearing with me. I'm so sorry that it took a month for me to upload a video, but I am back and will be posting more consistently. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and all your support, and I will see you in the next video.